Hello, and welcome to Beering in Mind Beer Reviews. Excuse me, I am getting over a rather severe cold, and I'm going to be using this as part of my medicine, and so my voice is not quite what it normally is, but I hope I can get by. Today we're going to look at the third of the Leffe beers that are in their main line. We looked at their blonde and their brune, and today we're going to look at what's called Radieuse. And I have had this before, and I always, when I read this, my English language brain always thinks radish, but of course it does not mean radish. It refers to halo. For example, a saint's halo, or an angel, a halo around the head of a holy person, so radiant or radiating. This is a Belgian ale, a strong pale Belgian ale, what might be called close to a triple, and it's 8.2%, and on Rate Beer it has 995 ratings for an average rating of 3.43, so not terribly strong, as 3.43 out of 5. And a percentile of 77, and a percentile of 76 for its style. So not terribly high numbers overall. Leffe beers have been around for a long time. Actually, the abbey was founded in 1152, and the brewery actually from the year 1240, so a long time. The brewery, of course, it hasn't lasted all that long. It was actually destroyed during the French Revolution. And in the 1950s, the monks decided to get back into the beer game and made an agreement with a nearby brewery called Leffe Brewery, and that's where the beer is now produced, apparently without the work of the monks whatsoever, but the name is still on there. So it's considered an abbey beer, even though it's not made necessarily by monks. Okay. And one other note, of course, this brewery was purchased by the International Brewing or Beer Company giant AB InBev, which is the parent company of Anheuser-Busch, who have been snapping up craft beer companies around the world. In any case, so in general, their beers are not the best of the Belgians by far. They're tolerable, but I like to think they are kind of on the line between a traditional Belgian ale and a mass market sort of beer. But this is the highest alcohol of all of the three that we've looked at, 8.2%. Let's give this a go. So this again is Leffe Radieuse. And just checking the label, in addition to barley malt and hops, this beer contains corn, coriander seed, and orange peel. And those last two we tend to associate with wit beer, white ale, or wit beer, wheat beer. And as far as I can tell, this doesn't contain wheat at all. It doesn't say that it does. Okay, so it pours out a kind of dark reddish brown color, and fairly substantial little head, which diminishes rather quickly. Carbonation is quite wild. You can see it there, I think, really streaming up from the bottom of this glass. Okay, an aroma. It's got a very fruity aroma, mild, some caramel, I think, and quite a bit of spice here. The coriander does stand out, and maybe the orange peel as well. It's got a kind of soft, sweet maltiness, roast, definitely roast malt. Maybe something like cherries. Very mild bitterness. Yeast comes out a bit here, as it does in all of their beers, all three of their main beers here. And maybe something like cinnamon in the finish. I mean, the spice really comes out and develops a bit in mid-palate and finish. So I'm detecting something like cinnamon, even though it's probably not cinnamon. A bit of alcohol warmth from this for sure. Oh, this is okay. This is okay. It's not really so special for the high-end alcohol beer for in a series here, but it's very tolerable. Certainly, I think it's probably the most interesting of the three main Leffe beers that we have looked at here. So once again, Leffe Radieuse, 8.2% Belgian strong pale ale. You may find this at a number of places around in Japan and around the world, of course. Since it's owned by AB InBev, I'm sure they have a fairly good distribution. These can be found in stores such as Yamaya in Japan, Belgian beer bars for sure. You can find them on tap. Okay, so give it a go if you like. I don't really recommend this one so highly here, but let me know what you think. Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Okay, we'll be looking at a lot more beers in the future, Japanese beers and craft beers from all around the world. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.